All right. Hey, Julia, thanks for inviting us to add to your post. This is for you, Brandon, and anybody out there that might want to know about this. Okay. Next to me is Mike Matson. Mike's part of the Top Click Joe team. He takes care of all of our new clients plus our affiliates. But let me just show you something real quick, Brandon, because you're asking about the question is this. The whole question is, are people going to just go right to Brandwell and start writing their own blogs, or how do I double what I'm paying the Brandwell the cost, right, and sell it to my client? It's very simple. Let me just share my screen. Number one, the reason Julia even mentions our name is as the last 17 months, we've written 2,654 blogs. So we know a thing or two about Brandwell and how to write blogs, okay? Almost 5 million words here. All right, so real quick, I'm just going to show you what we do at our company, and then we'll go from there. So right here, let me just go to the homepage. You can see up here, you can buy blog posts, okay? There it is, blog posts. Go buy a blog post. Now, you're going to charge whatever you're going to charge, okay, Brandon? And don't worry about what I'm charging this number. That's not what we're talking about here. I have a good price with Brandwell because I've been buying it since the very beginning and I never quit. So you know what they say, the people that are the first get the best price. I'm grandfathered in as long as I pay every month. So I charge that. We're about to go up to $125 a blog. I want to talk about this a second, okay? I want to tell you what we do and why it works so well. All right, so your client, whoever it might be, let's say you're going to write for a carpet cleaner. Let's just use that as an example. I don't know what kind of verticals or niches you go after, but let's just call it a carpet cleaner. Your client, it may be able to buy Brandwell and create a post, but they're not going to know how to optimize it correctly. They're not going to know how to interlink that post, right? You're going to know how to do this if you're an agency, Brandon, right? If you're an agency, they're not going to know how to interlink. They're not going to know what a pillar page is. We do pillar pages at Top Click Joe, the way the blogs link with the pillar pages and how everything is interlinked. There's so much going on to make you rank better that you got to kind of know what you're doing. Just because Brandwell writes the post for you doesn't mean the client knows what to do with it after that, right? And to do correctly. Another thing that's really important is we do a lot of outbound links at Top Click Joe, and we'll try to outbound link to a high authority government site. If we're talking, let's say we're talking about solar, with a solar client, we're going to link to a government site that backs up what we're saying in our blog. It doesn't matter what the subject is or the niche. You want to go to a high authority site because Google loves it when you take that client, that person searching on Google, finds your blog, reading your blog. It links really good throughout your website because it's proper interlinking, because that's something you know, but it also links out to high authority sites, and Google loves that. Google knows that you're taking that person away from your site, but what you're showing Google in essence is, you know, we're not trying to bogart this person, Google. We want to make sure they get the very best experience from that very first searched keyword that they put in to Google. Okay, so we're showing them all this. Another thing Brandwell is really great for, you know, you write your blog post. Well, how do you think backlinks are made? Backlinks are made off the backbone of a blog post. So we take these blog posts, really well written blog posts that rank really well, because we already know when it was content at scale, when we were using it like a year ago, 6 months ago even, we might get a score of 55, 60, okay? And that's for like how it might rank and what you might need to use some more keywords, you don't have enough, or some variations. Now, every time we write a blog post, it's like 80 right off the bat, right, or higher. So it works really, really well, way better. You're actually buying a product that's been so improved from the beginning, Brandon, that it's unbelievable. Your client is never going to know how to interlink. They're not going to know what a pillar page is. They're not going to know how to do backlinks. There's much more to this than just writing a blog post. Who's going to optimize that blog post? You got to understand how to optimize a blog post also. And so anyway, Brandon, if you want any more information about this, you can get on a free Zoom with us over here at Top Click Joe. We're not going to charge you to teach you what we know, to tell you what we know. And that's the only reason I showed you our back end of Brandwell. I want you to see that we've written almost 3,000 blogs, almost 5 million words. We know what we're talking about. We know what we're doing. We know how to rank. And we can teach you some other tricks, right? But remember, your client is never going to be able to do what you can do as long as you're talking interlinking, you're talking outbound links, inside links, pillar pages, and all that. Okay. Well, thanks, Julia. Do you have anything in closing, Mike?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to reiterate what you said, Brandon, or anybody out there. Feel free to reach out to us if you need some help. I mean, we love to help people out.
That's right. Oh, one more thing. Mike got a list of all the software that I pay for every month. Okay. And I always buy these shiny objects. And not only do I buy them, I always buy the high end. Right. And so, anyway, Mike looked at it and said,
I don't know what you're doing, but you're nuts.
yes. So, because Brandwell has all these new capabilities with keyword research and all that, I have literally saved about $5,000 a month on software. Now, you understand, to be transparent, some of my software was, I might be using Ahrefs and also another product almost like they do almost the same thing. I had all this software that did the same thing, but now Brandwell does all of this. So we're saving about $5,000 a month now on software. So Brandwell's way bigger than just writing blog posts. Okay. I want people to know that. And we're always here to help you guys. Thank you for watching. I don't want to make this too long, but it's 3 things. They're not going to know how to interlink inside your website, their websites. They're not going to know how to optimize it, and they're not going to know how to outbound link correctly. Well, there's 4 things. And also use Brandwell to write all your backlinks, write the blog posts, have the right hypertext back to your site, so on and so forth on high authority sites. They're not going to even know what kind of site to put a backlink on. You're going to know that, Brandon. All right. Thank you all. Bye-bye.